You know what? If they could come after us for not believing in God, they fucking would.
I know, right? But they haven't yet.
They will.
They haven't.
No, they're playing the card as if they're the fucking victim. They're the victim. They're playing the victim card.
Anyway, so we just need to bridge that disconnect and educate people. You can't, if you're mentally handicapped, I understand. But sir, if I say to you, you have the capacity to be and do more, but you say to me, no, then there's no fucking excuse.
No. And people are like, Dee Dee's all like, sorry, Dee Dee, man. Because this is real. This is real. So he says, well, we need to express.
We love you. Sorry for calling you out.
People who falsely signed it under false pretenses, right? Meaning they were coerced into signing the petition. And that is pure bullshit. If someone okay, here's what it is. Yes, absolutely. If someone knocked on my door and said, hey, they're allowing men in women's bathrooms, sign this petition, I would be like, oh my God, what? And I would say, what do you mean? What do you mean? Hold up. They're doing what? Okay? And then I'm like, I gotta check this. I wouldn't sign a petition without further knowledge.
Yeah, but that just shows you how ignorant
So that just shows you that you are willing to jump in the fucking fire, the boiling pot, like the frog, like the sheep.
Have you ever heard, look before you leap?
If your friend jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? My daddy told me that a lot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, you don't jump, dummy.
You fucking think about it first.
You look down there and weigh your options. Does it sound good enough to leap?
And what
or
is
does
making
it not?
you leap? Like, weigh the pros and cons. Like,
is it going to be worth it? You're going to get off.
You're going to die if you don't do it, and maybe a chance of living if you do. Come on now.
Come on.
What's the severity of this situation?
So for you to say that, and then there's so much information, it's a lie. By now, you know it ain't fucking what it is. You know that isn't lie. They could never do that. They could never do that. I would laugh at that person. What do you mean they're letting men and women's back? Get the fuck out of here.
So what we're going to have to do is I'm going to tell them part of our plan because they've already done it themselves. They did when they found out and chose to be ignorant and not
light
read
years ahead of us.
Well, just listen.
I am.
Yeah, they are because they found someone with a large amount of money to fucking back them.
And we have no money.
And we didn't even fucking think about that or the opposition. We're just like, oh, we want to enlighten you. And then it's like, oh, wait, there's all these dumb people that we gotta fight to fucking even get there.
Let's get your fish or kill the beast.
But anyway. So we're going to have to start putting the time into. I mean,
that's why I was talking about canvassing the area. Yeah, fuck yeah. You don't know how much time.
No, I do
unpaid.
Know. I
wasn't paid for a lick of this shit. I did it because I have a vision. I did it because I believe in geoengineering and fucking chemtrails and depopulation, and that they are going to fucking systematically don't give a shit about you.
Exactly.
And if we don't do something now...
Wait. Have you ever seen A Bug's Life?
Not yet.
The grasshoppers and the ants. There are more of us than there are of them. Wake the fuck up.
It takes that 100th monkey, buddy. So anyway, and since we're on the geoengineering, the conspiracy people have been calling me out. This one guy added me to this group that is totally against transgender. They're okay with gays. Even the gays are against transgender. They say that
some of them they view them as extremists and saying that they're ruining their movement.
Right.
And I understand that, but there's extremists fucking everywhere. There is always someone that is going to take it to the extreme.
And that's how they get shit done. It's that extremist that changed the fucking game.
And fucking, but also create the fucking... It's a cycle. It's a circle. And we're trying to educate so that we don't fall into the cycle.
Don't play the game anymore. Self-sustainability? learning to live on your own, away from the government, somewhat off the grid in a small space where you could be comfortable,
or even
not to
in
play
your
their
head.
game. Yeah,
you don't have to be extreme, but pick and choose your battles and find out what you believe in and what you feel is
governance
right.
of your own person.
Outside of that, outside of your religion, outside of
I bet you people
what
don't even
you
know what their
feel
rights
is
are.
right.
What does the Constitution really mean? What does human rights really mean? And why does the Constitution, actually, I kind of think it needs changed.
I do too.
But
Revised,
it needs
definitely.
updated. It was written by a bunch of slave owners.
Yeah, so that says a lot.
And women haters.
Yeah.
And baby rapers.
Yeah.
And fucking fat rummers. Rum, as in drunken alcoholics and unruly.
Yes.
With a fucking wig on.
So we are definitely getting emotional because we obviously feel very strongly about this.
Remember Crazy Dave always talked about that? What he talked about all the time is happening now.
Oh man, Crazy Dave. If I could see him, dude, this guy looks like Freddy Krueger. I always called him Robert England because
he knew George Washington was bad. He knew Sam Adams was bad. Yeah, go ahead. He looked
like Freddy Krueger without the makeup. Yeah. Robert England.
Yeah.
So, but he was crazy. Like, this is how crazy he is. Okay, let's just tell you why we were dismissive of his craziness to begin with. One, he would just sit there forever and talk. Talk. Like, if you were... But, I mean, to me, at least, I don't know, he stared, too. When no one was
listening.
When no one was listening, he would talk. You have
to be like, are you talking to me,
Are
Dave?
you talking to me? Like, and then, like, I was zoning him in and out just because of, like, where we were at the time. And that time in my life, there was a lot of chaos, a lot of fucking everything going on. So, I would just zone him out. I just zone him in and out.
He was severely schizophrenic.
One day, yeah. One day, it was the Cougar Ball Sack day. I want to make a coin. Did he say he made a coin? I don't know if he said he made it or if he wanted to make it.
He has an island with money that was coming to him. And he had to fight with a sack. He made a staff out of the cougar and fight the cougar.
And then he made a coin
seeds.
Purse out of the Cougar Ball Sack.
For to hold the hemp seeds. For it to grow on his island. Because of Sam Adams and George Washington, whatever.
But underlining meaning, he's definitely a good soul.
Saying, oh, Ricky, it's bad.
It's bad. Like, he's just paranoid and
government conspiracies. Before there's even YouTube. I'm serious.
But I mean, and then Matthew, we enjoy being around crazy people, I think, guys.
We have a lot of schizophrenic friends.
We have a lot of schizophrenic friends, a lot.
They're all schizophrenic. Like, legitimately on paper. We know how to handle schizos. They like us.
I don't know why.
Because we don't judge them.
We don't judge them.
We don't say, oh, you're crazy.
You're crazy.
We say, oh. That's nice. Here, smoke some weed.
You're funny, man. You tickle me. I like you, man. Smoke some weed. Matthew. Yes, Matthew. Okay. So Matthew is one of our schizophrenic friends who... Now, this is how sweet he can be at times. I've recently realized that he has fallen into drugs and is no longer that wonderful soul that I used to like talking to, and that makes me sad. And I feel bad because I haven't seen him in a while. But anyway, so Matthew is the kind of, when he's in a good place, and he, of course, not on his meds, but not on drugs, which they're all drugs, so whatever. When he's in a good place, he's the type of person, you'll walk up the hill. I was walking up the hill, okay? I lived at the top of the hill. He lived in the middle of the hill. Walking to the top of this big-ass hill that I always seem to have to come back to at some point in time. But anyway, so, and he is pouring Fruity Pebbles on the ground. And I'm like, Matthew, what are you doing? And he said, I'm feeding the ants, man. And I look down, and there's all these little ants carrying Fruity Pebbles.
That's crazy.
Like, that is crazy, but that's good shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you're feeding the ants.
He used to feed the bees and shit, and nerds.
Vegan, extreme vegan, loves animals,
brought us
just an
vegan
animal
food.
lover. And when he gets dark, he's just not a people lover.
Well, he believes that they can see. He had the vision of the above ground cities. And now we're starting to see those pop up where they want to do indoor cities, where everybody lives in a building with greenhouses and blah, 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 blah.
And he said something. He
cut
had a
down.
whole the Emilius Deferis symbol that he always draws, and it looks like a circle, like a very basic hieroglyph of a fish, with a circle around it, and then the fish's head is just a simple circle, okay, and he says we all see through different color eyes. And there's the green eyes and the blue eyes, and I'm always the green. You're the green eyes, Rachel. You're the green eyes. He said I'm the blue. He's the blue. I'm the blue eye. Or is he green eyes too?
He's green eyes.
He's green eyes. Yeah. We're the green eyes, Rachel. We're the green eyes, the best eyes. And then he said there's blue eyes and there's brown eyes and it's just his way of making sense of the world as he sees it.
Now, he had a mental breakdown
He
after
did.
his divorce.
He did. He was what some would consider normal.
He went and lived in the woods and came out like that.
Yeah, and came out what some would consider crazy.
Right, and he's over 50. He's about 50 now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And then our high school buddy.
Oh, shit. We're not even going to put your government out there, because I know you'd be pissed and you might be listening to this.
But we care about you a lot.
We do, and
We
we understand. We're all different. We don't judge.
We're just as crazy.
We're crazy in our own way, and we all are, so it's okay. We love you guys.
Yeah. So, there's other things that we wanted to say. Okay. The plague.
Yes, the plague.
Madagascar.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Bubonic.
The bubonic and the pneumonic, which is like pneumonic is what we would consider, or the average person would consider, a mutated version of the bubonic, which that sounds scary, but now they're thinking that the pneumonic is what we thought the bubonic was, which, if you can understand that, is way scarier.
And it's killed over 2,000 some people. They're afraid that it's going to spread. Some people have coughed, and it's spread by coughing and sneezing.
You die in 24 hours, guys.
Likely to die within 24 hours.
That's
so you can
the
look
scariest
that up.
part, like how little time you have to
recognize
recognize
it. I read it in the
it.
Daily News, the Washington Post, all of them have put it up. It came out about November 11th this year, so you can, that was just the other day. So you can check that out. And it's over, like, they're afraid it's going to move up into South Africa, because Madagascar is just a little island off, and little subsections of India.
Yeah.
So that's something to look out for. Probably a new vaccine. They think it's uncurable, though, at the moment. And they're probably going to use that to systematically wipe out the populations, because they're in the billions in those areas.
Yeah.
And do their high-rise cities.
Not to interrupt you, but I did have a dream where I was in a room full of people I didn't know. It just felt weird. And, and this was recently, and I actually just told someone close to me about that today. So when you sent me this shit, I was like, oh my god, no, why? It's not just my paranoia releasing itself in my dreams. Why did you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, I had a dream that I was in a house I didn't know, in a room full of people I didn't know, but we were planning for something catastrophic coming. And,
Well, I think that if you think of the zombie apocalypse in the essence of lawlessness and collapse and massive death, I think that that's feasible.